You're doing everything right, so why are you not seeing results? Let's break down the reasons why people stay stuck even though they're doing everything right. Why is it that some people seem to succeed really fast while other people seem to stay stuck for years? So maybe you're in that latter group and you feel like you're doing everything right, you're being consistent, you're posting online, but you don't understand why the sales aren't coming in. Let's break this down. So the main reason is the people that are succeeding are following a proven system. They know that it works. They aren't just posting and praying. They have a system in place that they are following so that they can expect to get the sales. They have a system that has proven to work for other people, and they're following that same exact system. The other reason is that they're working smarter, not harder. So a lot of people that aren't seeing success are spending a lot of time spinning their wheels, doing things that aren't actually bringing in the sales instead of being hyper focused on the activities that are actually going to bring in the income. So for example, that is posting on social media, making sure you're posting all three of the types of content that you need to get people through that funnel system. So you have your attraction content, you have your nurture content, and you have your sales content. You need to have all three of those. And then making sure that you're working smarter, not harder. So you are very, very strategic with your time so that you're able to get things done faster, so that you can then expand and do more as you do start to get sales. And then the last thing is, let's say you're doing all of that, okay? So you're consistent, you're following a plan, you're creating all three types of these contents, but you still feel stuck. Well, are you relying on data or are you just guessing? So where did you get your content plan from? Have you been evaluating for yourself what is working and what isn't working? Because everyone has a different customer base, right? Everyone has a different ideal customer. That's why these markets aren't oversaturated. So if you and I were in the same industry, we still might attract different people. So you posting exactly what I post might not necessarily work for you. But let's say you spent 30 days posting content for yourself. Are you evaluating that and then making tweaks to help you grow? Because you should be looking at your content and seeing which ones are doing better than others. And you might be saying, oh, all of mine are stuck at 200 views. I'm not getting comments, or I'm getting low comments on all of my videos. Okay, well, look at, I would say on a weekly basis, of the, let's say you're posting 3 times a day, 21 videos that you're posting, let's say that most of them are at 250 views. But maybe there is like 3 of those 21 videos that got you 350 or 450 views. That is data that you could use. Okay, more people like that content. Do more like that, and then you'll see those views grow. And then pay attention to the content that you're getting comments on and what those comments are. If people are asking you questions in the comments, use that as data for them telling you this is what they want to know about, and create content about that. So instead of being emotional about what you should create, once you have some content up that you've been doing, you can then use your data to then make tweaks to it to post more of what people are liking and engaging in. Another key issue that people find is the kind of invisible barriers or blocks that you might have that maybe you realize or don't realize that could be holding you back. So do you have a mindset block around making money that you need to clear or get rid of? Are you afraid of selling? Have you been staying away from that sales content because you're afraid to actually sell? And then, do you have a lack of focus? So we talked about this before in another video, where are you posting and being strategic one day, and then the next day you see something new and wonderful online and you want to try that, and you completely 180 your plan and try something new. It's okay to test new things. You just don't want to constantly be switching directions before you have actual data. Otherwise, you're never going to learn what works for you. So work through those things, work through any fear you have around sales, work through any mindset blocks you have. You are worthy of making the sales. There's proof out there that this works. Find someone in your industry that is doing what you want to do and use them as your hope and your proof that this can be done. If they've done it, why can't you? So let's recap how to fix this problem. You want to have one strategy that you're going to stick with. I would suggest for a 90-day period before you switch strategies. Again, you can review your content and make little tweaks along the way on what's working based on the data, but don't do a whole 180 flip before you have a good amount of time sticking to that one strategy, because it's going to build on itself. Then number 2, you want to seek mentorship if you need it. So you might be in business by yourself, but you don't have to be in business alone. Find other communities or groups that are within your industry and figure out what's working for them. Or hire a mentor and coach if you can to get the feedback from them to help you analyze what is working and what is not working for you if you need that. And lastly, build an audience that trusts you. So be sure and give your audience lots and lots of value so that they learn to know, like, and trust you, which is going to lead to sales in the future. If you found this video helpful, stay tuned for my next video where I am going to share why most how to make money online advice fails you.